Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. I got so busy developing my game that I got distracted. Well, anyways, welcome to the showcase of my own game, Delta Vector. Alright guys, so welcome to a new video. This one is a very special one for many reasons. As you can see, first time seeing my face, and I'm showing it for a very special reason. The reason is that this time we're showcasing an indie game, but it's an indie game that I'm doing myself. So I'm the one developing this game, doing it as a solo developer, doing it from scratch, all the art and game design and everything, with the help of AI to code, because I'm pretty bad at coding, but aside from that, I'm doing it all alone. I'm pretty proud of it, and I wanted to make this video to showcase you guys how the game works. So just before we start, a little bit about what the game is and also about what I am. My name is Felipe. Maybe you guys know me as being Riley, but I'm a real person, and I'm 27 years old, live in Brazil. Doing this game as a secondary project. I have a full-time job during the day, but then in the free hours, in the night and in the weekends I'm working on it. This game, initially it was supposed to be just a Christmas gift to my grandfather, because it's based on a pen and paper game that we used to play together. So I just wanted to make like a very simple game, really basic art, and show him as like a Christmas gift. But then in the end I ended up really enjoying making games and feeling like it was a very satisfying thing to do, and so I got excited about it and ended up growing the scope of the project by 10 times, 20 times, and so now I think it's a real full game. It's a simple indie game. It's gonna be very cheap as well on Steam, but either ways I think I can really call it a game, so it's a cool thing. Yeah, let me showcase you guys how it works, but just before I do that, let me explain the rules. So as you may have seen in the title, this is a turn-based racing game. I don't think we have anything like that, or it's very rare in the market for you to find a turn-based racing game. But the idea is that you move each turn, accelerating and turning and braking, just like in a real car, but you have time to think if you want to accelerate or not. If you accelerate too much, you won't be able to turn in the corners, but at the same time, if you brake too much or if you go too slow, then you won't be fast, and as you all know, in a race you need to be fast. And so you really have to find that balance between risking going a little bit faster but not too fast, otherwise you go out of the track and lose time and all that, just like a racing game. And the way it works, and why the name of the game is Delta Vector, I should have said that in the beginning of the video, it's because it's a vector-based system. So basically, I'm trying not to use my hands to show it, but basically you have 9 possible moves. One of them brakes, one of them keeps the speed right in the middle, and one of them accelerates. And then you can also mix turning and accelerating. So for example, you can accelerate one and turn one, or you can brake one and turn one, or keep speed one and turn one. I mean, I'm doing it in a way that like there's the 9 move indicators here on the screen, and it's not so intuitive the first time you see it, because it looks like you're always accelerating even when you're braking. But what you have to keep in mind is the move indicator, the red dot that is closest to the car, is the one that is actually braking, and the one that is furthest away is the one accelerating, and the one right in the middle is just maintaining speed. So yeah, basically this is it. Let's go for gameplay now. I'm gonna show you guys, and hopefully you enjoy it. I also ask, please, if you can, add this game to your wish list. It will help me a lot. It's a small game. I can't really do so much marketing and promotion. It's basically just a YouTube, and so it would help me a lot if you did that. Thank you. Let's go for gameplay. Alright, so we are in the actual game now, and the first thing I want to talk about is here the UI. Because believe it or not, the hardest thing for me was to actually design and develop this UI. It made many iterations. I designed many times the same screen, and I finally found this one that I'm happy with. I mean, it's not perfect, and I know it's a bit confusing from the people that tested it, but I like it, and it simulates how the game works, because it's like here are the move indicators, and here you have a supposed car, and so I think it's charming. And I'm happy with it, but it was very hard to do. So here you can change the difficulty. For now it doesn't really make a difference. Let's just play on easy. We have a working next button, which I won't click because otherwise we'll exit. And then these 3 modes, they are locked, but it's just because we need to play the first challenge. Once we do that, they will be unlocked. Then we have the garage, which we only have 1 car unlocked, but the idea is that you unlock more and more cars as you play challenges. So after playing the training grounds, you unlock this blue car, which you already have unlocked, but in the future, once we get to the F1 GP, you'll see what I mean. Here we can unlock the F1 car. So let's play the actual first challenge. There's gonna be a simple tutorial here, which I'll talk over. So yeah, this is just basically the core components that you need to know. So to begin the game, you have to click on those spawn indicators on top of the start-finish line. Then regarding movement, so this is what I was talking about before. If you click on the nearest move indicator to the car, then it would be braking. So let's say your speed was 3 or 4. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you click on this move indicator, you would brake to 3. So your speed here will be 3. If you press the middle one, then you would just maintain a 4 speed. And if you press the furthest one, then you would accelerate to 5. And you can also turn while accelerating or braking. So here, for example, if your speed was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you would brake 1 and turn 1, meaning your speed would be 4 and 1 up. You could maintain speed and turn 1, and you can accelerate 1 and turn 1. So it'd be like 6 to the right and 1 up. Oh yeah, this is a cool thing. You can play it using your numpad. So like the 7 represents this one, the 8 this one. Some people I heard that playtested preferred playing with the mouse, and some people preferred playing with the numpad. They say it gives more of a sense of speed, so it really depends on what you prefer, and it's useful for 2-player modes as well. Here's just a quick showing how the checkpoints work. So you have to go over those red lights to activate a checkpoint, and you need to cross all checkpoints to finish a lap, otherwise people would be cutting corners. And then in the end, you win by reaching the start-finish line again. So you just basically do a whole lap, and then once you finish the line for the second time, crossing all checkpoints, you win. So let's go for the actual game. Here we have the spawn indicators. You can choose any of them, and then you can start accelerating. So now our speed would be 2, and then now our speed would be 3 and 4 and 5, and now braking back to 3, and so on. And then here we would have a little bit of a turn, and now we're going diagonally. And just for you to understand, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 4 and 4 movement. And here you can see that the speed is also 4. And then we have this blue dot here that you can see. This is like a preview of the future move. So basically, if you press the same move indicator twice, you would end up over there. Let me do this here. So it's just like an assistance. I plan on disabling this on hard mode. But yeah, so let's try and complete a lap. I'm probably not gonna be able to do this time because I braked a lot to show you guys how the brake works, but it's fine. I think we can just do like a test run here. And yeah, so it's important to cross the checkpoints, and then if you leave the track, let me leave here on purpose, then your speed is back to 1, and now you're stuck inside the grass or gravel, and so you have to slowly crawl back to the asphalt in a way that you penalize the player. So you really need to avoid going off track because you lose a lot of time. And considering that we have to do this lap, for example, in less than 60 turns, and I think it's very hard for you to do it in less than 55, you can't really lose many turns because otherwise you won't be able to do it. Here you see we would complete this lap in 65 turns. Here for some reason the game is bugged. It's saying that I did it in 15. I have to fix this bug right later. But that's good. So it means we actually completed the challenge and I can go on with the video. So this bug actually helped me. And then we have this replay feature, which is, I think is fun. It's just a fun preview of how the race went. It goes like repeating exactly the movements that you did. I want to have a small fix where the car doesn't go like tung 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 jumping around. I want it to be like a continuous movement, but I'll have to develop it later. And also I think there's no engine sound working here. There are still many bugs, many things to be developed, but they will be developed anyways in the future. And so here you see what we have unlocked. Again, this doesn't really make sense in this challenge because we already had this track and this car unlocked, but it will make more sense now that I show you. So for example, the second challenge, we play at Interlaken. We would unlock this challenge and we would also unlock the F1 car. And also, now that we completed the first challenge, the training grounds, we have unlocked time trial, which is basically the same mode as challenge, just free play that you can try and do your best time. We have PvP race, which is a 2-player mode. And then in the future we also have PvE, which is against the machine. Let me try and show you guys how a 2-player mode would work. Of course, I'm playing against myself here because I have no one to play here at the moment, but in a way it's just one player and then the next player, and then one player can play with the mouse and the other can play with the numpad. So let me try and simulate it, and the player that reaches the finish line first would win. And it's pretty fun. I mean, it's not really online multiplayer. Maybe in the future I could add it. Very scared of developing some kind of server or something like that, but maybe in the future. But for now, so if you want to play with a friend and you compete against the best time, you have this mode, which I think it's a pretty cool mode. So yeah, let's go for the next track. The next track, this Interlaken track, it took me so much time to do because there's so many details that I wanted to put in here. So I put the small stands, and then there's like this parking lot, and then all of those trees, because I really wanted to try and see if I can do a very complete track. And in the end I did, but I don't know if all the tracks in the future will have the same level of detail otherwise, because I mean I took around 10 to 15 hours just to design this track, and I did it with much care because it's supposed to be like a simulation of Interlagos. That's why it's Interlaken, but it's not really worth spending so much time. But yeah, let's do a lap here with the F1 car. You really have to brake here because you get very fast. Then we would be approaching, and you can also see that we start in the Reto Posta. That's not really correct. We should start more in the north part of the track, but well, I guess we can just, oh no, I can't zoom back now. Okay, now I can. Alright. Also, the minimap disappears in case your move indicators are over there. This was tough to develop. We're gonna go off track here. Oh no, this is very bad. We went so much off track that we're gonna take 4 turns to recover. I didn't really do that on purpose, but oh well. Also, we have this smoke effect, which right now is in the right place, but it's a bit buggy because it's not really following the back of the car, because now it's over here, and then if I also have, there's so many things I have to fix. The game is supposed to launch on the end of March. Next week, I think in the middle of February, the Steam Next Fest is going on, so I'm trying to release the demo with very limited content, but at least with few bugs, so that I can show the world a demo of this game, and then a month later probably the full release. But let's see. I mean, it's gonna be a tough schedule. The Senna S, or at least a simulation of what the S do Senna would be. Yeah, I really like Interlagos. I've been there quite a few times to watch the Formula 1 Grand Prix, so it's a very special track to me. That's why it's one of the first ones that I added to the game. And yeah, so completed. Interlaken, and we were awarded the McDarren and the Interlaken track. So now, for example, we can play on Interlaken and Vector Valley because we unlocked it. And also, now we have 2 cars in our garage, and that's basically the progression of the game. Let's play the neon lights to end the video, because this one is just a funny one. If you look here in the minimap, you'll see that the track design is exactly the same as Vector Valley. That will change in the future. I just created this track very quickly to showcase. There will be a proper track for neon lights, but for now it's just exactly the same one as Vector Valley, because it's just a copy paste changing the track tiles. Also, for some reason the screen shake here is very strong. We need to work on that. The screen is shaking too much. And then here you have a Tron bike, which my sister says this looks like a bug. So yeah, but I did my best. The Tron bike was not easy to draw, so that's what we have. And then I worked on having like this neon lights here. Then they have light components to light the track itself. This one was a fun track to design because there's no actually sunlight in a way. You know, I made the light of the scenery light 0, and all the lights that we're seeing here is like the track lights and the car lights. So if you look over on the top of the minimap here, you see that it's completely dark because the only source lights that we have are from these borders. Let's see, we're almost over. Hopefully we can do it in less than 60 turns. Come on. Alright, so now we have unlocked the Tron bike and the Tron track. I should not, when the game releases, I won't be able to call it Tron or Tron bike, I think, because due to copyright, but for now, I don't think for the video that's a problem. Let's watch the replay. I think the replay looks very cute, and in a way it looks like a real car, you know, not like a turn-based. I just have to fix this snappy movement. I want a continuous movement for the replay. But yeah, anyways, so this was it, guys. That's basically it. Now we have the Tron bike unlocked here as well. 3 cars unlocked. We also have the Farm Rally challenge. In the end, when I release the game, I think we're gonna have like 20 challenges, maybe more, and 20 tracks and 20 cars and all that. But that's what we have for today. And yeah, so if you enjoy the game, if you think it's a cool game, whatever, please add this game to your wishlist. Would help me a lot. Steam really only shows people the games that have wishlists, so that would help me so very much. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.